Namaste friends, welcome back to my channel. Friends, in today's video we are going to make this cute little earring in bell shape, and I have named this earring as Cutie Bell Earring. Here for making this earring I have used Chenille Stitch, and you can see the shape and the fall here, and it looks really very beautiful. And here I have already made this earring in few colorways. Here I'm showing you this one is in amethyst color and some more colorways. This is in light pink color, and one more I have made in this beautiful blue color. And in today's video we are going to make this earring in this green color. So let us see what all material do we need to make this cutie bell earring. Friends, for making our cutie bell earring in green color we would need these 11 O's. These are Miyuki Picasso Opaque Seafoam Green Matte 11 O's, and here I'm using these 15 O's. These are Miyuki Duracoat Galvanized Champagne 15 O's. I would be using these 3 pearls in green color and these teardrop beads in size 8 by 6 If you don't have this 8 by 6 teardrops, you can use bigger teardrops if you want. And here I would be using these ear wires. These are easy to slip in ear wires, very easy to use. And I'll be working with Miyuki thread and size 12 beading needle. So let's get started. Friends, for making our cutie bell, we would be using flat Chenille stitch. So here I have picked up 4 11 matte seafoam, and I'm bringing them down towards the end of my thread. And now I would be tying a double knot like this. And now I will pass through all these 4 11 O's and pull in this tail in between these 11 O's. Like this. And into this 4th 11 and pull in the tail and into the first one like this. And now after exiting through this 11 I'm going to pick up 115 champagne and pass through this next 11 like this. Again pick up 115 champagne and pass through the next 11 like this. Again pick up 115 champagne and pass through this next 11 seafoam matte, and the 4th 15 champagne and into the 11 seafoam matte like this, and stepping up into the first 15 champagne that I added in this round. So this is my first Chenille component, and now after exiting through this 15 champagne, pick up 4 11 seafoam matte and pass through this 15 champagne like this. Stepping up into the first 11 row that I just added. And after stepping up into this first 11 row, again pick up 115 row champagne and pass through the next 11 row. Again pick up 115 row champagne and pass through this next 11 row. Pick up 115 row champagne and pass through this next 11 row like this. And now after exiting through this 11 row, here we already have this 15 row champagne which we are going to skip now. We are not going to pass through this 15 row. Skip this one and pass through the 11 row seafoam mat like this. Again into the 11 row and into the 15 row champagne. So this way you can see we have added two components of our Chenille stitch. And now after exiting through this 15 row champagne, again pick up 4 11 row seafoam mat and pass through this 15 row champagne like this. Step up into the first 11 row, pick up 115 row champagne and pass through the next 11 row. Again pick up 115 row champagne and pass through the next 11 row. Again pick up 115 row champagne and pass through the next 11 row. And now this 15 row of the last component to which we added the 11 rows, we are going to skip this and pass through the 11 row, these two 11 rows like this. So this is our third Chenille component. Stepping up into the 15 row champagne. Now I'm going to add my fourth component. So again I'm picking up 4 11 row seafoam mat and pass through this 15 row champagne. Again stepping up into the 11 row, the first 11 row seafoam mat, pick up 115 row champagne and into the next 11 row. Again pick up 115 row champagne into the next 11 row. Again pick up 115 row champagne and into the next 11 row like this. And now after reaching this 15 row, the first one to which we added this component, we are going to skip this 15 row and pass directly into this 11 row and the one next to it like this. So here you can see we have added 1, 2, 3, 4 component in our Chenille stitch chain. And now for beginning our earring, we need 8 components in our chain. So here I have added 4 components, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be adding 4 more and come back. So here we have completed our chain with 8 Chenille component. Let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And now After adding this last component, here I'm exiting through this 15 champagne, and now I will step up into these 11 and 15 champagne, and into these two 11 the next 11 and into the next one, like this. Now after exiting through these two 11 pick up two 11 seafoam mat and pass through these two 11 together like this into the 15 champagne and into the next two 11 seafoam mat. Again pick up two 11 seafoam mat and pass through these two 11 seafoam mat like this into the 15 champagne, into the two 11 pick up two 11 seafoam mat and pass through the two 11 into the 15 champagne, and into the pair of 11 again pick up two 11 and pass through the same pair of 11 So here you can see I have added 1, 2, 3, 4 pair of 11 and I'll be adding 1, 2 and 3 more and come back. Now here I have passed through this last pair of 11 and I picked up two 11 and I'm passing through the same pair like this. And now here you can see this tail, and we can cut off the tail. And now here, after adding this last pair of 11 you can see this is the look. And now I'm exiting through this 11 after adding these two last 11 the pair of last 11 and now I'm stepping up into the first 11 of the last pair that I added, and now pick up 115 champagne and pass through the second 11 of this pair and the first 11 of the next pair of 11 that we added. So here like this, again pick up 115 champagne and pass through these two 11 like this. Again pick up 115 champagne and pass through the next two 11 like this. Again pick up 115 champagne and pass through the next pair of 11 Again pick up 115 champagne and pass through the next pair of 11 up 115 of champagne and pass through the next pair of 11 O's and last 15 O for this row and pass through this last 11 O, and after adding these 15 O's, this is the look. And now I'm exiting through this 11 O. So here I'm going down through this 11 O into this next 11 O into the 15 O and into the 11 O. And now we have stepped up for another row, and now we are going to, and now I'm going to add a pair of 11 O's on the top of this pair. So I have picked up two 11 O's and I'm going to pass through these two 11 O's like this into the 15 O champagne, again into the next pair of 11 O's, pick up a pair of 11 O's and pass through this pair of 11 O's into the 15 O champagne and into the next pair of 11 O's, pick up a pair of 11 O's and into this pair of 11 O's, and here I have added 1, 2, 3 pairs of 11 O's in this row, and now again I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 pairs. Here we are going in a decreasing manner, so you can see this. So we are going to make a triangle here on this side. So in this row I have added 1, 2, 3 pairs. I'll be adding 1, 2, 3 pairs more and come back. Now this is the last pair of this row that I am adding, the last pair of 11 O's. Now after completing this row, this is the look, and after adding this last pair, right now I'm exiting through this 11 O, and now I will step up into the first 11 O, which was the last one, and now I'm going to add 15 O's in this row. So here I have picked up one 15 O champagne, and now I will pass through the next two 11 O's. Again pick up one 15 O champagne and pass through the next two 11 O's. Again pick up one 15 O champagne and pass through the next two 11 O's. So this way I'm going to add these 15 O's. Here I have added 1, 2, 3 15 O's. I'll be adding 1, 2, 3 more and come back. Now after adding all the 15 O's of this row, this is the look. And now I have to move upward, so I will go round down through this 11 O into this 11 O into this 15 O champagne up into the 11 O, and now I'm going to add the pair of 11 O on the top of this pair. So I have picked up this pair of 11 O seafoam mat and pass through this pair of 11 O's like this into the 15 champagne, into the next pair of 11 O's. Again pick up a pair of 11 O's into the pair of 11 O's. So here I have added 2 pairs. I will be adding 1, 2, 3 more pairs of 11 O's and come back. Now after completing this row, this is the look. And here after adding this last pair of 11 O's, I am stepping up into this 11 O seafoam mat, and now I'll be adding 15 O's. So here I have picked up 115 O champagne and I'm passing through this pair of 11 O's. Again picking up 115 O champagne and pass through this next pair of 11 O's. And this way I'm going to add 15 O's. So here I have added 2 15 O's. I'll be adding 1, 2, 3 more and come back. So here I'm adding my last 15 O of this row like this. And after completing this row, this is the look. Now for moving up, I'll have to go down through this 11 O into the next 11 O and the 15 O champagne and into the 11 O on the top here. And now I'll be adding my pairs of 11 O's on the top. So here I have picked up my first pair of 11 O and I will pass through these 2 into the 15 O champagne, into the next pair of 11 O's, again pick up next pair of 11 O's and into these 2 11 O's. So here I have added 2, I'll be adding 1, 2 more and come back. So here I have added 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs, and after adding this last pair, right now I'm exiting through this 11 O, and now I will step up into the 11 O on the top of it like this. Flip it, and now we will be adding 15 O's into the next pair of 11 O's. Again pick up 115 O, pass through the next pair of 11 O's. Again pick up 115 O and pass through the next pair of 11 O's and the last 15 O of this row like this, and going down through the 11 O up through the 11 O and the 15 O and into the 11 O and now I'm going to add the pairs of 11 O's on the top of it here. So this is my first pair on the top of this one, into the 15 O. I'll be adding 1, 2 pairs of 11 O's and come back. So this is my last pair for this row. So here I have added 1, 2, 3 pairs and I'm stepping up into the 11 O like this, and now I'll be adding 15 O's. So here I have picked up my first 15 O for this row, pass through the next pair of 11 O's, again 115 O, pass through the next pair and 115 O into the next 11 O. So here I have added 3 15 again, going down through this 11 into the 11 and the 15 and into the next 11, flip it, and now we are going to add a pair of 11 on the top like this, into the 15 champagne and into the 2 11 the next pair. Again pick up a pair of 11 and into the 11 stepping up into this 11, pick up 1 15 champagne and pass through this pair of 11 and 1 15 champagne and into the next 11. So here you can see this triangle here. We are not going to add the last component on the top. So this is our last row on this side, and right now you can see I'm exiting through this 11 and now I'm passing through these 15 and 11 Don't pull the thread too tight here, very gently. We have to pass through these beads into this 15 into the 11 and into the 15. So now we have reached the other side of our chain, the first chain that we made with 8 components, and in the same way we are going to create this triangle on the other side. So here, after exiting through this 15 champagne, again I'm going down to these 2 11 and I'm going to add my pair of 11 on the top of it like this, into the 15 champagne and into the next pair of 11 like this. Again pick up the pair of 11 and add on the top of this pair. We have to repeat the same steps as we did on this side also. So here, as we added these rows, we would be adding here also. So here, for my first row of this side, I have added 2 pairs. I'll be adding 1 2 3 4 and 5 pairs more and come back. So here I have added all my pairs of 11 and after adding the last one, I'm exiting through this 11 and stepping up into the 11 on the top, flipping it up, and now I'll be adding these 15 champagne and pass through the pair of 11 again picking up 1 15 champagne and pass through the next pair of 11 So this way I'm going to add 15 till this last pair and come back. So here I have added all my 15 and now after adding this last one, right now I'm exiting through this 11 I'm going down. We have to repeat the same steps as we did on the other side. So going down to this 11 into the next 11 and the 15 up into the 11 like this, and now I'm going to add the pair of 11 in this row. So here is my first pair and into this one, into the 15 champagne, into the 11 And here I'll be adding my pair of 11 O's. So here I've added my first one. I'll be adding 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 more and come back. So here after adding all these pairs of 11 O's and adding this last one, I'm exiting through this 11 O and now stepping up into the 11 on the top here, and now I'm adding my 15 O's. So here picking up 15 O and passing through this next 11 O, the pair of next 11 O, again picking up 115 O champagne and passing through the next pair of 11 O's, and here I'll be adding my 15 O's till this last pair and come back. So this is the look after adding this row of 15 O's, and now I'm going down to the 11 O, up through this 11 O and the next 15 O, and into the 11 O, and adding the pair of 11 O's on the top, and into the 15 O champagne, into the 11 O's, and now I'll be adding my pair of 11 O's. Here I'll be adding 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs and come back. So here I have added all my pair of 11 O's, and now after adding the last one, I'm stepping up into the first 11 O, and now I'll be adding 15 O's in this row. So I have picked up 115 O champagne and passed through this next pair of 11 O's. Again 15 O and pass through the next pair of 11 O's, and this way I'm going to add 15 O's till this last pair. After adding this last 15 O, this is the look, and I'm going down to this 11 O, into this 11 O and the 15 O, and into the 11 O, pick up the pair of 11 O, and we'll be adding 11 O's here in this row, into the 15 O, and into the next pair of 11 O's, and here I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 more pairs of 11 O's and come back. So here I have added all my pairs of 11 O's and I'm stepping up into the 11 O, and now I'll be adding my 15 O's. So I have picked up 15 O champagne and passing through this next pair of 11 O's, again picking up 115 O into the next pair of 11 O's, and the 15 O into the next pair of 11 O's, and the last 15 O of this round, going down through this 11 O, and into the 11 O and the next 15 O into the 11 O on the top here, and now flipping it up, and here I'm going to add my pair of 11 O's in this row. So here I have added my first pair, I'll be adding second and third and come back. So here after adding all my pairs of 11 O's, stepping up into the 11 on the top, and now adding 15 O's. So I have picked up 115 O champagne and passed through the next pair of 11 O's. Again 115 O champagne and pass through the next pair of 11 rows and the last 15 row of this round like this, down through the 11 row into the next 11 row and the next 15 on the top here into the 11 row, and now I'm going to add my pair of 11 row into the 15 row and into the next pair of 11 rows, and in my last pair of 11 rows like this, stepping up into the 11 row on the top, and now picking up 115 row and pass through this next pair and the second 15 row and into the 11 row. So this is the look after completing this last row, and now we are going to join these two ends. So here I'm going to bring the two closer. Right now you can see I'm exiting through this 11 row, and now as I'm exiting through this 11 row, here I'll be using herringbone stitch, so I'm going up into the 11 row. On the next side here we have to join the two sides and into the 15 row and the 11 row like this, into the 15 row and the 11 row like this, and now into this 11 row and into this 11 row, and now I'm going at the center here and going down like this, and here I'm going to add my beads. So here I'm picking up 7 11 rows, 1 3 pearl, 1 11 row, 1 3 pearl, 1 11 row, again 1 pearl, teardrop bead, again a 3 pearl, and 15 of champagne. So here are the beads that I have picked up, 7 11 O's. So these are 3 and 4 7, then 1 pearl, 1 11 O, 1 pearl, 1 11 O, 1 pearl, a teardrop bead, 3 pearl, and 1 15 O champagne. Bring these down like this, and now skipping this 15 O champagne, I'm going up through all these beads like this and into all these 11 O's, and again through that same gap in between the 4 beads like this. So this is, and now into the 15 O like this, and now I'm going to pick up 1 11 and pass through these two beads like this into the pair, the other one, pick up one 11 and into this pair, stepping up into the 11 and into the next 11 that I added just now, into the two 11s, and now pick up 7 15 champagne to make the loop. So here I have picked up 7 15s and I'm going through this 11 like this, stepping up into the 3 15s like this, skipping the fourth one and going down through the next 3 15s, pull the middle one up like this and into the 11. So here we have made the loop for our ear wire, and now into this 11 down through the 11 and the 15 like this, into the 11 and the next 15 in this row. Now bring the two ends closer and we are going to join them. So here into the 15 champagne, down through the 15 and into the next 11, into the 11 on the other side like this, into this 11 and into the 15, into the 15 on the other side, down through this 15 and into the next 11, up through this 11, down through the 11 and the next 15 into the 15, down through the 15 and the next 11 into the 11, down through this 11 and the next 15 into the 15, down through the 15 and now pass through the 11 and the next 15 together and pick up one 11 and pass through the 15 and 11 on the other side. like this, down through these two 15 through the 11 and the 15 and again down through the 11 and 15 together. Now, after exiting through this 11 and 15 pick up 1 3 pearl, move up through the 15 and the 11 on the other side, and pass through the 11 that we have added on the top here, down through these 4 beads, 11 15 11 and 15. Again pick up 1 3 pearl, move up through these 2 beads on the opposite side into the 3 pearl and into these 2 beads, like this. So this is our cutie bell earring, and now we are going to move through these beads into these, and here we are going to tie the knot in between the 11 and the 15 again, a double knot, into the 11, the 15 and the 11 and the 15 into these 2 11 into the beads on this side, into the pearl, and into the 11 here, and very carefully we are going to cut the thread off. Neatly we have to cut this off, and this is our cutie bell earring with Chenille stitch. And now we are going to slip in our ear wire into it. So this is my ear wire, just pull it apart and slip in like this. So this is our cutie bell earring in green color. So friends, here we have completed our cutie bell earring in green color. You can see the fall and the look, how beautiful it looks. And let us just take a quick look over other colorways that I have made in this earring. This one is in amethyst color, then the other one is in light pink color, and one more colorways, this is in dark blue color. So friends, I hope you would love making these beautiful earrings in bell shape, or our cutie bell earring, and of course gifting it to your friends and family. So, friends, if you like my design and my tutorials, please do subscribe to my channel and please don't forget to press the bell icon so that you may get notified when I'll upload my next video. Thank you.